True confidence doesn't come from accomplishments or validation. It comes from reassurance within ourselves. And a lot of times when we're growing up, we're looking outside of ourselves for people to tell us that we're enough, that we're okay, that we deserve to be confident. And we have this idea that it's something that we have to earn. But confidence is a type of energy that we step into when we know that we're good enough, no matter what other people say, no matter what other people think about us. And anchoring down into our own voice, our own reassurance is the way that we break free from all the limitations that society has put on us. Whether you experience bullying or outdated beliefs from other people, people making fun of something, the way that you break free from those limitations is through your own validation, through your own reassurance. And if you're constantly banking on validation outside of you to make you feel safe or okay, you're constantly going to be in limbo. If you do receive validation, it's going to be short lived. Confidence is an energy that roots you down no matter what others think. You're anchored down in your own belief and knowing that I'm enough, that I am beautiful, that I can provide reassurance within myself. I don't need it from other people. Because again, as kids, we look for validation. We look for people to tell us that we're okay, that it's okay to take up space. And if we're constantly relying on that, we're going to fall short. We're not going to feel fulfilled. And we're going to feel like our confidence is based off of what we're doing, how we're being perceived, how beautiful other people think we are, instead of rooting ourselves in the knowing that we are beautiful, that we are enough. Hello, I'm Kendall, and this is the Joy with Kendall podcast. And reassuring myself has been a journey, but it literally is the way that you break free from your insecurities. And of course, as humans, we're going to naturally seek validation. We're going to naturally want to be accepted. But the importance is to feel good in yourself and your own skin, despite that acceptance or validation outside of you. You should be able to receive it and think like, oh, that was really nice, and not think to yourself, you know, why do they see what they see? Am I good enough? Did I deserve that compliment? Or even spiraling and thinking, oh my gosh, they don't see me as beautiful. They don't see me as enough, because everyone's going to have a different perception of you. Everyone's going to have a different perception of you. And we can't control those perceptions. And sometimes those insecurities that we feel are just things people made fun of us for to make themselves feel better. Talking to yourself like you would talk to a friend is going to be the way that you really step into confidence, telling yourself, I am enough. I deserve to take up space. It's not about repeating affirmations. It's literally about that inner voice. And for me, transforming that inner critic and that part of me that's part of myself and criticizing myself for certain features is literally saying out loud to myself in a mirror, I'm enough, I am beautiful. Even just speaking to a trait that I am insecure about. Something that I've always been really insecure about is not always, but are my eyebrows. They are not symmetrical, as like literally none of us are. But in high school, there were like several guys that would point out the fact that my eyebrows were uneven or like they weren't in line with one another. And after that was pointed out, it was something I thought about all the time. Like, oh my gosh, my eyebrows aren't even. Oh my gosh, I should get an eyebrow lift. Literally sounds absurd. And now I find beauty in the fact that I'm not symmetrical and I'm not perfect and that I am curated so uniquely, as we all are. But you have to reassure yourself. If you're posting pictures on Instagram expecting a certain amount of likes or comments, or dressing up for the validation and not for yourself, and not because you're already rooted in the fact that like I am I am that bitch, then you shouldn't be doing it at all, because you're going to be left feeling empty in the end, whether you've received that validation or not. It's just this quick dopamine hit that is not fulfilling our confidence long term. And people's opinions are going to change. We're going to run into people with different opinions. And how miserable would it be to depend on others to feel good about ourselves? You can make yourself feel good and worthy just by reassuring yourself. And I think we make confidence so complicated. We make it so complicated because we do often depend so heavily on people to let us know that we're good enough. And I know how that feels because that was what I desired as a kid. As a kid, I wanted that validation. And so, of course, I'm going to desire that as an adult. And of course, my adult self is going to seek that because my adult self thinks I'm only safe. I'm only worthy if other people tell me so. But you're going to rewire that belief when you start to tell yourself their opinion doesn't matter, mine does. I dress up for myself. I do this for myself, not for others, not for others' validation. And I remember that I used to wear makeup every single day in high school up until like my junior year. And it was because I didn't feel beautiful without makeup. I was afraid what people would say when I didn't wear makeup. And when I didn't wear makeup, there would be people that'd be like, you look sick. My feelings would get so hurt by that comment. Like, I look sick without makeup. I guess I should keep wearing makeup until I finally broke free from that belief that I'm not beautiful unless I wear makeup. And here I am recording podcast after podcast without makeup. And now when I wear makeup, it's out of fueling my inner child and wanting to do something for her and wanting to dress up and feel cute. Sometimes I'm not even going anywhere. And it's something that I just do every now and then. And I'm not saying if you wear makeup every day, you're looking for validation. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying that that's what I used to do because I didn't feel pretty enough. I felt like I had to do my hair. I had to do my makeup. I had to dress a certain way. And now I feel like I save so much energy and time not obsessing over what this outfit is going to look like compared to others. The fact that I'm not wearing makeup or that I am wearing makeup, the fact that my eyebrows aren't symmetrical. We all have insecurities. We all have insecurities, and it's not about getting rid of them. It's about owning them. Whether you're owning this insecurity or transforming that insecurity and letting yourself know that you are safe, you are beautiful. Everyone's standards are going to be different. The beauty standards that society set up for us is so unrealistic. You're never going to be perfect. No one's perfect. Traits that we see in others that we want, people are going to look at us and think the same. They want certain traits that we have. We're always going to have insecurities. And I'm not saying to ignore them, but I'm saying embrace them. I'm saying reassure yourself. Look yourself in the eyes, in the mirror, and reassure yourself you are beautiful. Walk into a social setting and take up space and say to yourself, I deserve to take up space. I know for me, when I'm walking into a new environment, maybe that I feel intimidated to go in, I literally will visualize myself walking in, but before walking in the door, breaking free from the chains and limitations that held me down, that make me feel nervous to go in because what if they don't like me? What if I'm not worthy of holding space? But I tell myself I am worthy of holding up space and I'm going to walk in knowing that. I visualize that and then I go and do it. And I'm not saying you have to do that, but that is something that works for me. You can write a letter to yourself about how beautiful you are. Start pouring the energy into yourself that you would often seek from others because you are wasting so much energy looking outside of you, looking for that reassurance, looking for that validation. When you start to just stop in your tracks and say, no, I'm going to bring this attention back to me. I am beautiful. I am worthy. You're training your nervous system to see that as safety, not others' validation, but seeing yourself as the anchor, seeing your validation as what keeps you safe. And of course, this is going to take time. Of course, this is going to take repetition. It's not going to happen overnight. But you are in control of this and you do have the wheel in front of you. Surround yourself with people that make you feel empowered. Remind yourself that you have the power to empower yourself. You don't need it from others. It can be a really hard habit to break because we just want love, and that's normal. We want validation, we want acceptance. That is normal, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't want those things, but I'm saying that the love we feel for ourselves should not depend on those things. Or else, again, we're going to continuously feel like we are left empty. And that's been a theme in my life for years. And it's been something I've continuously been working on. And my confidence has slowly but surely been growing so much. And it's kind of like that idea, fake it till you make it. And with that idea, literally, you can acknowledge, okay, I'm feeling insecure walking into this space. I'm feeling insecure posting this. You can own that and still say, but I'm going to show up with confidence anyways. And I'm going to continue to show up with this confidence and reassurance, even though it feels foreign and weird. And the more you do that, the easier it'll get. The more you're training your mind, your nervous system, and your body to know what your worth is, that you're not even going to have to look around. You're not going to want to look around. You're not going to perform or say or do certain things for that validation anymore. You're naturally going to be anchored into yourself and what your needs are in the moment. Confidence isn't limited to who is surrounded by you. It's not limited to people's opinions of you. Confidence is an unlimited source that we have within ourselves, that we can feel within ourselves. And you can do this by showing yourself attention, walking, doing things that are good for you and your body. Taking care of yourself can help skyrocket that confidence because you're showing yourself, I do care for myself. I'm confident because I know my worth and I'm not looking for it outside of me. I'm not looking for someone to fix me. I'm not looking for someone to tell me I'm enough. I know I'm enough and I'm going to treat me as so. Treat yourself as you would want a partner to treat you. Sit with yourself and say, you know what, like it's okay, especially with like old people pleasing and just owning your worth and owning your value. That's something I've really been having to anchor myself into recently is literally being like, Kendall, you're owning your worth. I know it feels foreign. I know you want to go back to old patterns and bend over backwards for people. And those are ways to embody confidence too, not even in physical appearances, but in your actions towards people, refusing to people please and owning your decisions and reminding yourself, I'm safe. Someone being mad at me is not a reflection of me. It's a reflection of their expectations. And knowing again that you can anchor yourself in confidence, whether it's in your actions, in your looks, in the way you speak, in the amount of space you take up in a room, has to be provided by yourself. And also know it's okay to lean on community too. It's okay to ask for that validation. Hey, I'm feeling insecure about this thing and I'm needing a little bit of a pick me up. It is okay to lean on others. But you shouldn't be dependent on that. We have community, we have friends, and we should lean on those things, but we shouldn't be dependent on them. And it is okay to ask for reassurance sometimes. It is amazing to have a safe space to go to. And maybe you don't have that right now. That's okay. You will one day, I promise. I've been in that position where I felt like I had nowhere to look for that reassurance or validation. And if you do have people you can look to, just take a moment and think, like, do I have someone I can look to talk about these things? Hey, I'm feeling insecure about this. And sometimes just talking about it can be healing in itself because maybe that person is experiencing the same insecurity or trouble standing in their power or in their space, right? It's okay to lean on community. And I want to talk about that more within my podcast because sometimes I have trouble stepping into community and getting out of this hyper independent energy, right? And I'm talking about providing all of this for ourselves, but I also want to acknowledge that it is so okay and needed to have that community to help us feel uplifted. Like it really is necessary to have community and people around us. And it isn't black or white, okay? I think we so often look at things as black or white, right or wrong. We just always need to depend on ourselves for validation and confidence. No, it is okay to look for that outside of us, but it's not okay to live there, right? Like I love supporting my friends on social media and commenting on their posts like, you are beautiful. You are literally so gorgeous. I hope you know that. And validating them. Like it is okay to feel empowered by that and to feel validation by that. But what's important is for you to read those comments, to feel that validation from others and be like, yeah, like they're right. And sometimes we can't see ourselves clearly. And sometimes, it's okay to ask someone like, how do you see me? Because I know for me, for even this year, I've been thinking to myself, like, I want to see myself the way my bestest friends and the people that love me most see me. And it's okay to ask others, like, how do you see me? What are traits in me that you see that you think that I don't see? And it's okay to journal about that too. It's okay to lean on community, but you have to have that anchor within yourself too. You have to build that anchor, you guys. This felt like such a motivational speech. This was for me, but this was also for you guys because it's been a theme in my life very much currently, but just also it's been a theme since I was a teenager of seeking validation and not feeling fulfilled. And confidence is something I've built so much over the years. And especially this year, I feel like I've really stepped into, I'm the most confident I've ever been in my life. And I'm so thankful for that. And that's why I wanted to make this episode because I still struggle with it at times where I feel like I've really stepped out of this performative self that I step into because I feel like I'm not worthy unless I'm performing. And I feel like I've really stepped into the confident version of myself of like, dang, I really am worthy no matter what. I am so confident and worthy when I'm not speaking, when I feel quiet, when I feel a little sad, when I'm not doing things for others. I can still be confident and know that my confidence doesn't come from doing or productivity. It comes from myself and just being. And I'm so thankful to have people around me that remind me of that, that I feel inspired by, and follow people and have friends that make you feel inspired by their confidence, by their way of being. I could go on about this for ages, but I felt like there were people out there that needed to hear that, including myself. And I'll probably listen back to this and be like, yeah, I needed to hear that too, bro. Anyways, you guys, that's it. If you're watching this on a video, clearly I have a different perspective today, and it's because I want to change your perspective. Oh, that hit, bro. That hit. Okay, anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Mwah, mwah.